Your imports and exclusives for Power of the Elements are here. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We will have a link down below to our Gem Deck Box collab. Pre-order is up for you to get yours today. We're actually really low on those, so I'll leave a link down below. Number 1 on our list here, Vanguard of the Underground Emperor for 81 here. If a monster is sent from the hand to the graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, except during damage step, you can special summon this card, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect of Vanguard of the Underground Emperor once per turn. It's a 2600 that can revive itself. Like, I guess, man. Like, it falls a little bit short of what I wanted, but okay. 82 here is Garura, Wings of Resonant Life. This is our new Super Poly. Targets 2 monsters with the same type and attribute but different names. Any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent via battle becomes doubled. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. You can only use that effect once per turn. Card is very, very solid on a 1500 body. But Nadir Servant to draw a card? I'm in. Alright, next up is the Pin Knight Eerily here. So it's 2 effect monsters to make this on a link too. When a monster this card points to activates its effect except during damage step. Quick effect and target 1 effect monster under control, so the end of this turn changes its attack to 0. Okay. Also negate its effects. That's actually pretty good. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed by a card effect this turn, you can special summon this card. Revives itself. Honestly, I think this card is pretty darn solid for what it brings to like your Link tool or Link 2 toolbox decks. So honestly, this is one of the better exclusives that we could have gotten. I definitely think that Konami stepped their exclusive game up for this set. It's honestly a lot better. Next up is Mori Of Avarice. Oh man, Konami. Banish 1 face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control to draw 2 cards. Now hear me out for a second, Konami. You could have said banish from the hand, but you wanted to go ahead and take this one step further and say that we're probably going to have to commit some sort of summon to this. Now hear me out here. This card is really good. All right, like this is like one of the first exclusives that I've actually looked at in a set and went, wow, you know, we got some really good stuff going for us in this set. And you know what? I guess a fish draw card to interact with the goatee archetype doesn't seem too terrible at odds length, but good job on this. This is definitely a lot better than the last round of exclusives we had. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Next up is Nemesis Elephant. Is this a trap monster? Special on this card is an effect monster. Beast Earth. Alright, it also counts as a trap card. If this card in the monster zone, quick effect, and declare 1 type, and then target 1 face-up monster on the field, it becomes the same attribute and type as that card. You can only control, or you can only use the effect of the Nemesis Elephant once per turn. Like, hello? What is your purpose in life? I don't know how I feel about this guy. I don't think this serves any real purpose. Interesting, I guess. Next up is one of the Fishies. A fish tuner, actually. So you can banish this card you control, special summon 1 fish from your hand, except for Paisley's Light of Goatee. So it's a banish that can extend down to any fish. I actually like that. During the standby phase of the next turn, if this card is banishing, special summon this banished card. Okay. During your opponent's turn, if this card was special summoned this turn, you can quick effect, immediately after effect resolve, synchro summon 1 fish synchro monster using this card you control. Ha! That's our little formula synchron on a generic fish archetype. The best part about this fish archetype is I'm not seeing anything so far that locks us. And that's my favorite thing to see, ladies and gentlemen. When an archetype doesn't like you, delicious. Next up is Shift, Fairy of the Goatee. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 fish monster you control, gains 500 attack to the end of the turn. Yeah? During the standby phase the next turn after this card was banished, you can special summon this banished card. During your opponent's turn, if this card was special summoned during this turn, quick effect, you can perform a synchro summon. They really do want you to interact on your opponent's turn with this. But a 500 boost? Yeah, I'm not feeling that one too much. That's a little bit of a failure in terms of like what we've expected out of the rest of the archetypes here. Come on, Konami, you could have done a little bit better with this. And then we've got Enotic Century of the Goatee. This is a level 6. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target one of your banished level 4 or lower fish monsters, special summon in defense position but negate its effects. And then we can banish one fish monster from our hand or face up on the field to add a goatee trap card from our deck to our hand. Okay, do we even have a goatee trap card? We'll get further in here, we'll have to check, but it's a level 6 that you're going to have to use like the extender options to get out to receive the better effects. Okay, I suppose. Next up is Escandon, the Bicorn goatee. One tuner plus one or more non-tuner. Alright, this is completely generic. If this card is synchro summon, target one fish monster you control and one card your opponent controls, banish them. If this card is banished, you can banish one fish monster from your graveyard special summon this card. This thing floats back on a 2700. 0 defense, by the way. All those cosmic rays really made this card worthless. So, alright. So those are your first little chunk of cards here. I have not seen a goatee spell or trap card here, so here's to hoping. The Moon Distant Deepest Depths. While you control a fish synchro monster, this card cannot be destroyed or banished by card effects. Okay. You only use each of the following, or you can only use each of the following effects of the most distant deepest depths once per turn. So you can banish one fish monster from your hand or graveyard to add one goatee monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, sure, man. Sure, I'll take that. If a fish monster is normal or special summon to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can target one fish monster you control, banish it, and add this card back to your hand. Huh. This literally lets you set up full combo for fish. That's actually pretty solid. Alright. And then we got Goatee Chain. Banish one face-up fish monster you control, special summon one of your goatee monsters that is banished or in your hand, deck, or graveyard with a different original name from that banished monster. Alright, to banish to activate this effect, but banish it when it leaves the field. Is this technically searchable off of our big searcher? Huh. I'm not really too sure how I feel about this, but alright, Konami. You got my attention for Goatee now. I'll take that. Alright, so Goatee seems pretty good. Next up is Loris, Lady of the Lamb. We actually had this imported right away. So you can target 3 or 6 normal trap cards that are banished or in your graveyard. Place them on the bottom of your deck in any order and draw one card for every 3. If another monster is distributed or a normal trap card is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, except during damage step, you can target one normal trap card in your graveyard and set it. This was a really solid promo, actually. I actually like this card a lot. And then, guess what? They destroyed the Duelist pack. We kind of had a feeling that the Duelist pack would be destroyed after we saw that they were importing the option trees for the next set, but they did it. So we got Telephon here. Attack position. Once per turn during main phase, roll 6-sided dice. And then gain life points equal to the result. And then you can special summon a morphtronic monster from your graveyard with a level equal to the result. My favorite, Loops Brother. Once per turn during the main phase, you roll 6-sided dice. Excavate that many cards from the top of your deck, as many as you rolled. And you do summon one excavated morphtronic monster from your deck to the graveyard via the excavated. Card's really good. gadgetgamer. This card is normal summon. You add a level 1 machine monster from your deck to your hand. Then you contribute this card to special summon a morphtronic monster from your hand. Then you can special summon one gadget hauler from your hand or deck. So, talk about extending options for the deck. Really, really good. Scan in here. Attack position. Once per turn, your main phase, you add a morphtronic spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Place a card from your hand on top of your deck. And then defense position during the main phase, you can add a level 4 lower morphtronic from your graveyard to your hand. Place one card from your hand on the top of your deck. I don't know why they made this, but yikes. Earphone. While this card is an equip card, the equipped monster can make up to 2 attacks during each battle phase. You can only use each of the following effects of Earphone once per turn. And if this card is special, target one face-up monster on the field. Just treat it as a tuner. You gotta love this card. This card's really good. The power tool is a super, by the way. So remember, if this card is special summoned, you can equip up to 3 spell cards with different names from your deck and or graveyard to this card. And during the main phase, you can send one other equipped spell card equipped to this card to graveyard, target one effect monster. Either change to battle position or until the end of the turn negate its effects. Very solid choice for a super, by the way. I like this. We got the converter here. This allows you to equip onto a monster and apply the following effect. Attack position, special summon a morphtronic from your deck with a different name than the targeted monster, and the targeted monster goes to the top of the deck, or defense position. Change the attack position monster to attack, or change the defense mode monster to attack position, plus summon a level 4 or lower monster from her hand. So it's a free extender. Then we got Life Extreme here. The only thing this card allows you to do is convert out your into Life Force Dragon. It's nothing too crazy here. And the last big reveal for this video is your second Starlight Rare is Asa, the Earth Channeler. Not too bad if I do say so myself. So, what do you guys think about the exclusives? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.